മുഖജാലകത്തിലൂടെ നമ്മുടെ ജീവിത പങ്കാളിയെ കണ്ടെത്താൻ
വേൾഡ് മാട്രിമോണി.
Evaluate yourself on the Big Five personality factors. In addition to the Big Five, researchers have proposed various other dimensions or traits of personality. This includes self-monitoring, proactive personality, self-esteem, and self-efficacy. Self-monitoring refers to the extent to which a person is capable of monitoring his or her action in appearance in social situations. People who are social monitors are social chameleons who understand what the situation stresses and act accordingly, while low social monitors tend to act the way they feel. 30. High social monitors are sensitive to the types of behaviors that social environment expect from them. Their ability to modify their behavior according to the demands of the situations they are in and to manage their expression effectively are great advantage for them. 31. They are rated as higher performers and emerge as leaders. 32. They are effective in influencing other people and are able to get things done by managing their impressions. As managers, however, they tend to have lower accuracy in evaluating the performance of their employees. It seems that while trying to manage their impressions, they may avoid giving accurate feedback to their subordinates to avoid confrontations which could hinder a manager's ability to carry out the controlling functions. 33. Proactive personality refers to a person's inclination to fix what is wrong, change things, and use initiative to solve problems. Instead of waiting to be told what to do, proactive people take action to initiate meaningful change and remove the obstacles they face along the way. Proactive individuals tend to be more successful in their job searches. 34. They also are more successful over the course of their careers because they use initiative and acquire greater understanding of how the politics within the company work. 35. Proactive people are valuable assets to their companies because they may have higher level of performance. 36. They adjust to their new jobs quickly because they understand the political environment better and make friends more quickly. 37. Proactive people are eager to learn and engage in many developmental activities to improve their skills. 38. For all their potential under some circumstances, proactive personality may be a liability for a person or an organization. Imagine a person who is proactive but is perceived as too fussy, trying to change things other people are not willing to let go of, or using their initiative make decisions that do not serve a company's best interests. Research showed that a proactive person's success depends on his or her understanding of the company's core values, ability, and skill to perform the job, and ability to assess situational demands correctly. 39. Self-esteem is the degree to which a person has overall positive feeling about himself or herself. People with high self-esteem view themselves in a positive light, are confident, and respect themselves. In contrast, people with low self-esteem experience high level of self-doubt and question their self-worth. High self-esteem is related to higher level of satisfaction with one job and higher level of performance on the job. 40. People with low self-esteem are attracted to situations where they will be relatively invisible, such as large company. 41. Managing employees with low self-esteem may be challenging at times because negative feedback given with the intention of improving performance may be viewed as a negative judgment on their worth as an employee. Therefore, effectively managing employees with relatively low self-esteem require tact and providing lots of positive feedback when discussing performance incidents. Self-esteem around the globe. Which nation have the highest average self-esteem? Researchers asked this question by surveying almost 17,000 individuals across 53 nations in 28 languages. On the basis of this survey, these are the top 10 nations in terms of self-reported self-esteem. 1. Serbia. 2. Chile. 3. Israel. 4. Peru. 5. Estonia. 6. United States of America. 7. Turkey. 8. Mexico. 9. Croatia. 10. Austria. The following are the 10 nations with the lowest self-reported self-esteem. 1. South Korea. 2. Switzerland. 3. Morocco. 4. Slovakia. 5. Fiji. 6. Taiwan. 7. Czech Republic. 8. Bangladesh. 9. Hong Kong. 10. Japan. Source adapted from information in Dynison, JJA, Pinky L. and Smith, DP 2008, July. Self-esteem reaction to social interactions, evidence for sociometer mechanism across days, people and nations. Journal of Personality and Social Psychology 95, 181 to 196. Hitty, M. 2005, who's number 1 in self-esteem. Serbia is stopped. Japan ranks lowest. US is number 6 in global survey. WebMD retrieved November. Smith, DP, Alec J. 2005, The Simultaneous Administration of the Rosenberg Self-Esteem Scale in 53 Nationals. Culture-Specific Future of Global Self-Esteem, Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, 89, 623 to 642. Self-efficacy is a belief that one can perform a specific task successfully. Research showed that the belief that we can do something is a good predictor of whether we can actually do it. Self-efficacy is different from other personality traits in that it is job-specific. You may have high self-efficacy in being successful academically, but low self-efficacy in relation to your ability to fix your car. At the same time, people have a certain level of generalized self-efficacy and they have the belief that whatever task of hobby they tackle, they are likely to be successful in it. Research shows that self-efficacy at work is related to job performance. 42. This is probably because people with high self-efficacy actually set higher goals for themselves and are more committed to their goals, whereas people with low self-efficacy tend to procrastinate. 43. Academic self-efficacy is a good predictor of your grade point average, as well as whether you persist in your studies or drop out of college. 44. Is there a way of increasing employees' self-efficacy in addition to hiring people who are capable of performing the required job tasks? Training people to increase their self-efficacy may be effective. Some people may also respond well to verbal encouragement by showing that you believe they can be successful and effectively. Playing the role of cheerleader and manager may be able to increase self-efficacy beliefs. Empowering people, giving them opportunities to test their skills so that they can see what they are capable of. It's also a good way of increasing self-efficacy. 46. Personality testing in employee selection. Personality is a potentially important predictor of work behavior. In job interviews, companies try to assess a candidate's personality and the potential for a good match. But interviews are only as good as the people conducting them. In fact, interviews are not particularly good at detecting the best trait that predicts of performance. Conscientiousness 46. One method some companies use to improve this much and detect the people who are potentially good job candidates is personality testing. Several companies conduct pre-employment personality tests. Companies using them believe that these tests improve the effectiveness of their selection and reduce turnover. For example, overnight transportation in Atlanta found that using such tests reduced their on-the-job delinquency by 15% to 100%. 47. Yet, are these methods good ways of employee selections? Experts have not yet reached an agreement on this subject and the topic is highly controversial. Some experts cite data indicating that personality tests predict performance and other important criteria such as a good satisfaction. However, we must understand that how personality test is used influences its validity. Imagining filling out the personality test in class. You will probably fill out as honesty as you can. Then, if your instructor correlates your personality scores with your class performance, we could say that the correlation is meaningful. But now imagine that your instructor tells you before giving you the test that based on your test scores, you will secure a QBET graduate assistant position, which comes with a tuitions, waiver, and stipend. In that case, would you still fill out the test honestly or would you try to make your personality look as good as possible? In employee selections, where the employees with the best personalities will be the ones receiving a job offer. A complicating factor is that people filling out the survey do not have a strong incentive to be honest. In fact, they have a greater incentive to guess what the job requires and answer the question in a way they think the company is looking for. As a result, the rankings of candidates who take the test may be affected by their ability to fake. Some experts believe that this is a serious problem. 48. Others point out that even with faking the test remain valid, the scores are related to job performance. 49. It is even possible that the ability to fake is related to a personality trait that increases success at work, such as social monitoring scores on personality self-assessment are distorted for other reasons beyond the fact that some candidates can fake better than others. Do we even know our own personalities? Are we the best person asked this question? How supervisor, co-workers, and customers see our personality may matter more than how we see ourselves. Therefore, using self-report measures of performance may not be the best way of measuring someone's personality. 50. We have our blind areas. We may also give aspirational answer. If you are asked whether you are honest, you may think, yes, I always have the intention to be honest. This actually says nothing about your actual level of honesty. Another problem with using this test is the uncertain relationship between performance and personality. On the basis of research, personality is not a particularly strong indicator of how a person will perform. According to one estimate, personality only explains about 10% to 15% of variation in job performance. Our performance at work depends on many factors. A personality does not seem to be the key factor for performance. In fact, cognitive ability, your overall mental intelligence, is a more powerful predictor of job performance. Instead, a personality test cognitive ability tests may do a better job of predicting who will be a good performers. Personality is a better predictor of job satisfaction and other attitudes, but screening people out on the assumption that they may be unhappy at work is challenging argument to make in an employee selection context. In any case, if an organization decides to use these tests for selection, it is important to be aware of their limitation. If they are used together with other tests, such as tests of cognitive abilities, they may contribute to making better decisions. The company should be ensured that the test fits the job and actually predicts performance. This is called validating the test. Before giving the test to applicants, the company could give it to the existing employees to find out the traits that are most important for success in this particular company and job. Then, in the selection context, the company can pay particular attention to those traits. Finally, the company also needs to make sure that the test does not discriminate against people on the basis of sex, race, age, disabilities, and other legally protected characteristics. Rent-a-Center experienced legal difficulties when the test they used was found to violate the Americans with Disability Act, ADA. The company used the Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory for selection purposes, but this test was developed to diagnose severe mental illnesses. It include items such as I see things or people around me other do not see. In effect, the test served the purpose of a clinical evaluation and was discriminating against people with mental illnesses, which is protected category under.